Hey, it's Shakur, and I'm gonna teach you reality creation and manifestation today, and I'll explain those topics, including my personal stories. But the first thing that I wanna tell you is that everything that you have in your life is out of your own personal design. In the fact that manifestation, it's so effortless that even when you don't understand that how it works, you are actually doing it every day of your life, and you've been doing it since the time you were born. So it's better to understand how it works so you can direct your focus in the right direction and actually manifest the life that you want. So subconscious mind is karma. Now, you all have a notion about what actually karma is, and you think that, it is basically just a balance sheet by life in itself, and anything and everything that you do is held in an account, and basically that balance has to be settled. But I'm here to break your notion and tell you the true nature of karma and how your subconscious mind is actually the karma. It is actually the witness of all the thoughts that you have and the witness of all the actions that you do. So, understanding what you feed into your subconscious mind is going to be very critical when you're trying to create your own reality, when you're trying to manifest the things that you want, and you're trying to achieve your goals. So, the subconscious mind, it works in a way where whatever is fed inside it and gets accepted by the subconscious mind. If anything's accepted by the subconscious mind in turn creates it into reality. So whatever idea is you're able to have your subconscious mind accept will be created by your subconscious mind into the reality that you see. And this is a very key process in terms of manifestation, in terms of creating your own reality, to understand that anything, any side of your personality that you can have your subconscious mind accept will be something that it will create into your reality. So say you for some reason have your subconscious mind accepted that you are an attractive person. Now, if your subconscious mind accepts that you are an attractive individual, your subconscious mind will make sure that there's people who get attracted to you. Say, this is you, and you're going to end up attracting people only because of the fact that your subconscious mind was able to accept an idea. And just because it accepted an idea, it makes sure that it creates that exact same reality. Now, of course, I completely understand that this knowledge is not for everyone, because you've all been fed, a certain version of reality that you've bought in. And if you've been living your life just adopting a certain frame of reality, it's very hard to look past that frame. It's very hard to bring in new ideas. And it's very hard to just, change your whole mindset. But that is the whole idea of growth, that you're able to accept thoughts that are potentially alien to you in a way, that you're able to accept thoughts that make you uncomfortable. You're open-minded to new ideas. But what we always end up trying to do is that every time, even when we hear a new idea, just because we have this frame that we kind of know everything, and that is the frame because we've been fed a certain version of reality, we have this frame that we kind of know everything. So even when a new idea is brought into your life, you just push it into the already existing ideas that you have, and you try to push it and try to understand it through everything that you've already known. In a sense, it just takes away the soul of the new idea. It takes away its very life, and it loses its potential to change your life. So you want to understand that, everything that's happening in your life, you have a role to play in that. It is something that you've kind of accepted to happen in your life. It is something that you've been desiring. Now you're going to be like, Shakur, we face a lot of challenges, and we end up sometimes failing on the things that we want. How do you think that we are ourselves creating something that's helping us fail, that's making us fail? So your subconscious mind, it basically has no idea of right and wrong. It cannot differentiate between the two. So for it, there is no distinction between these two things. They're all one thing to him. And anything that you focus on from your conscious mind, whatever your conscious mind is going to focus on, will eventually get accepted into the subconscious. And the subconscious, it does not know whether that thing is right or whether it's wrong, and it's just going to end up creating that into your reality. So when we're trying to achieve a goal, or we're trying to build a business, we're trying to find our dream job, or we're trying to, attract the right partner in our life, if we're constantly focused on trying not to fail, the idea that you tell your subconscious is not that you don't want to fail. It does not understand the negative emotion attached to failing. But if you're constantly thinking about how not to fail, the only idea the subconscious grabs is failing, and that's how it ends up creating a reality, creating a version for you that helps you fail. So this thing it's basically God, and that's how subconscious mind is karma, because anything that you feed into it is going to be created outside of here. Now your conscious mind is focused on not failing. And we all know that the subconscious does not understand negatives. For it, not failing and yes failing are the same thing. All it understands is failing, and when failing gets transported inside the subconscious mind, all it does is create that into the reality. So what a lot of people do is, instead of imagining or instead of focusing on exactly the version of themselves that they're desiring, the version of themselves that they want to create, the life that they want to create, they're focused on the negatives. And when they're focused on the negatives, what it ends up doing is that the subconscious accepts the idea that you're focusing on, not understanding if it's a positive idea or a negative idea. And if you're thinking about how not to fail, it only understands failing, and it makes sure that you fail. So a typical mistake that some people would do is, say if someone has, slightly more body fat and they're trying to get into shape, what they end up doing is that they just end up focusing on the body fat, and instead of imagining a version of themselves that is fit, every time they look in the mirror, if they're not happy about the body fat or they're resistant about the body fat, they would just look at it, focus on it, and that in turn is just them convincing to the subconscious mind the image of themselves that they have. And if they constantly tell the subconscious mind that this is the image that I have, the subconscious does not understand that you're trying to resist this image, you're trying to change this image. You can only change that image by developing a positive image or a fit version of yourself in your mind and focusing on that fit version of yourself, and then that gets accepted in your subconscious, and you would see tremendous change once your subconscious accepts your new body image. How people typically operate is that, say there's this handsome person. So how people typically operate is that there's this person who is, say, 6 feet tall, very well built and amazing and intelligent and, a good communicator. For some reason, this person develops a mole on their face. Now, how people end up operating, and the mistake that we all fall into, the trap that we all fall into, is that we forget about everything else, the 99% things that are amazing in our life, and we only start focusing on the one thing that is wrong and blow it out of proportion. So this mole, say this person is 6 feet in height, great money, intelligent, great communicator, has got things sorted in life. Now they got all these good things going up for them, and there's one particular thing that they don't like about themselves, is this mole that they have. Now what ends up happening is that we develop such a skewed perception that all we're trying to do is focus on this mole, And the more we focus on that one particular mole, that mole just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it ends up outweighing all the good things that we had. So instead of developing the focus on the right type of things, people end up focusing on the one particular thing that is actually not the best thing about them, and they blow that thing out of proportion, and what ends up happening is that this mole ends up becoming the whole personality of this person. And this is the mole that brings them down, that breaks their confidence, that gives them anxiety. They start losing money, they start losing connection, they start losing, not performing as well as they used to at their job. And we have to be very careful about the things we choose to focus on in life. What this person might be thinking is that they want to get rid of the mole. They want to get rid of the mole, that they hate the mole, they want to get rid of the mole. But what they end up doing is that they're just thinking about the mole. So instead of the subconscious understanding that they want to get rid of it, the subconscious does not understand that. The subconscious only understand that you are focusing on the mole, so maybe you want the mole and I should create a reality with the mole. Instead of focusing on the mole, what you're supposed to do is focus on the image of yourself that does not have the mole. Focus on the image of yourself that is, still doing amazing despite you having the mole. And that is the way, when you focus on the right things, instead of leaving that negative charge on the wrong thing that makes you constantly think about it, that is when you're able to actually have your subconscious accept the right image for yourself and helps your subconscious create the right version of reality for you. So if you're working very hard for your dream job, if you're working very hard to attract your right partner for yourself, or if you're working very hard to develop your business, you want to let go of the resistance that makes you think that you will fail. You want to let go of the idea that says that you will fail. And you want to accept the true nature of your reality at the moment. You want to accept yourself in the present moment so that you lose all resistance towards, say, the extra body weight that you have. Say the skills that you need to learn that you don't already have to get your desired role, to develop your business in the right direction. You want to accept where you are in the present moment, and that helps you let go of the resistance that you've been holding on towards the things that you consider negative in your life. And then you want to constantly monitor your conscious mind and see that what it focuses on. And you want to stop it anytime it starts focusing on things that are negative, no matter how hard that they might be, no matter how much negative energy you feel towards those things, and your conscious mind again and again gets drawn towards the negative things in your life. You want to make a conscious effort. You want to monitor and audit your mind and learn how to navigate it to make sure that it focuses on the right images, to make sure that it focuses on the right version of yourself, that you're constantly moving towards the better version for yourself, the ideal version that you want to create, that has the reality that you want, that has the life that you want, that has already manifested the things that you truly desire. Once you learn how to direct your conscious mind in the right direction towards the right images and let go of the resistance that you have towards the negative things in your life while accepting them, but not constantly thinking about them, not obsessing over them, that is when you give in the right image to your subconscious mind, which acts as a karma machine. Whatever you feed into that subconscious mind is whatever it's going to create outside of you. So you want to feed the right things in your conscious mind. And this is where your brain is going to start playing games. The mind is so fickle that it wants to jump from idea to idea, and it does not want to stay constant on a particular idea. Now, here's a little bit of wisdom that you have to understand, that every thought that pops up inside your head is not your true voice. And it might be hard to digest, but you have to understand that every thought that comes inside your head is not you. So your mind is just like a heart, just like the heart is supposed to involuntarily beat without you even thinking about it.
Your mind is supposed to pop ideas that without even thinking about it. Now, just because there are thoughts and ideas and they come in, this voice that you hear inside your head, does not mean that you created those ideas, does not mean that you need to pursue those ideas, does not mean that you need to jump from idea to idea. There's a lot of voices that you might hear inside your head that you don't really have to pay attention to, and you want to learn how to focus on the right things in life. And that is the way that you will have your subconscious accept the version of reality that you want. And as soon as your subconscious accepts that, it will create that reality for you. I hope that this video helped you understand a little bit about the subconscious and helped you understand some of the reasons that you might be failing or you might not be able to achieve your goals in life, and you're able to change how you focus and make your focus on the right things in life, so you can truly have the life that you deserve, the life that you desire, and the life that's meant for you.